Good afternoon. It is 3:14 p.m. Eastern Standard Time here on the East Coast. I'm your host, Miss Kaj Taylor, aka Miss Go, for the Get It Back in Blood podcast. Realization is what I need you to understand. I need you to understand how parallel these times are. Let me describe to you what type of times we're living in right now. We're in a time where it's not every man for themselves, but everybody is looking out for those whom they deem close to them, their people. Everybody's looking out for their people. If you look around to your left, if you look to your right, your front, your back, above your head, you'll see where you stand in people's lives at this point in time with what we have going on. You're going to have to learn, just like I have to learn, some of you, that the truth will always reveal itself. When you look around and you realize that there's nobody that's looking out for you, then that means you are not their people. When you know what I'm saying, you're not their people. You're not the daughter. You're not the wife. You're not the girlfriend. You're not the cousin. You're not the best friend. You're not the baby mama. You know, at least the one that they liked. You know, as if your people's not dead. You know. And didn't leave a nasty, something or other, will and testament or something. But when you look around you and you don't see in these times here where people and support is definitely needed, and you realize that there's no one that has your back, understand where you stand with those people. And if you survive this motherfucking shit, understand that you better not go back and embrace them as if they are your people. You cannot let them in your life after this time period that we're in. If you were to if you were to live past it and get past it, I want you to see where you stand. You're not in the situation worse off than everybody else because you're stronger than everybody else. You're where they want you to be. If you're worse off than everybody else, the fuck around you, everybody else does have an opportunity, and they do have a power in their words because they're moving and shaking around this motherfucker still yet. Please believe that I am really, really at a loss of words when you find out that your whole life was a lie. These are the times when you will find out who was really for you and who was really against you. And when I tell you, that's your choice, but I guarantee you we're going to be dead if this comes back again. I know how I'm going to try to proceed. But there's a force against people, actually. They made themselves weapons formed against people. You know. This is not a good time for me personally. This is not a good time for me personally. And the number of days in life is actually really short. And it gets shorter when you're in these types of predicaments. Your prevalence of surviving such an attack, a rigorous attack as such as this, I don't give a fuck how much faith you got. You would have lost your faith and tried to gain it back, lost it again. You might have gotten killed if you tried to pick up your Christian faith again. I know and understand that people are placed, except for your children that was taken from you. I'm not talking about your children. But what I'm talking about is I'm talking about, because your children don't have a choice. Your children prefer to be with you. But everybody is working in like a mechanical, like, how everything in what's it, physics is called, dollies and pulleys and all that shit is, physics. All that shit works together. And all of those weapons are working together to form against certain people. You didn't have these times where these people have made you feel this in your chest. It's what I say to myself. Where you felt the sadness, the betrayal, the hurt over and over again, over and over again, over and over again. Just like I tell myself. You done felt this over and over again. Somebody trying to keep playing you like we're in high school gym class or some shit, or we're in high school still going through puberty, and you feel like you had to pay a boy to talk to me, like you had to pay a guy to date me or admit to being with me or something like that. It takes a toll in your 30s on you. You know what I'm saying? That first heartbreak, you remember how your chest felt, how you cried, how you felt. You didn't know how to feel. You was just sad, and they made sure they said the most meanest things they could say to you because they had been paid to get whatever information they needed to get from you. These people have been preparing against me and my family for decades. They used their children because voila, look at where they at now. Ain't no lack in their life. You understand what I'm saying? This is how I'm putting the plot together. It's all dollies, pulleys, and mechanics. It all works together for the good of them. Like they're paying, like those books, those burn books they used to have in high school. Remember those burn books where they used to talk shit about people and that shit? Some of those people still have those websites up where they're still talking about the people from high school. That shit is still up and running. A lot of those burn books and all that type of shit. The burn books, there was bad things said about other students at the school. I never participated in that. But I knew that they had burn books. But I wasn't interested. Because I know my ass could end up in that motherfucker. Fucked up in there. They still carry on, my God. The things you'll sit back and do. So, a guy asked me to be in a relationship with him. And I'm hesitant. But I'm feeling like it really don't fucking matter. This one day is his number on this motherfucker planet. Just like, with Chop Chop. I never got real serious with Chop Chop. Met up with him, have any kind of, sex with him or nothing. And it's just like something just don't feel right. Something's off about him today. Something's not right. And he's arrogant. That ain't the type of arrogance I like. Not in that way. Arrogance, I would say I like something to be able to challenge it. You know? To be able to challenge it. Oh, I like the fact you're arrogant. So I can fight the shit at you and show you how much I don't give a fuck about you being arrogant. But yeah, they only use their children. You know, I tell you, they're only heavy on themselves. Only heavy on themselves. So the person says, well, I'm in an open relationship. You know, I have a wife, but I prefer to be in a serious relationship. And shit's just weird. You know? I usually say no. I'm like, well, shit, what the hell? I ain't got that much obligation in the situation anyway. And this feels weird. I got to kill this shit to death. I'm at the point where I have to re-show them on a different level how I'm not the one to play with. You know, people have, you know, I'm not going to talk about relationships. You know, I'm not too big on them. But, okay, yeah, okay. But yeah. That shit is very dangerous. It's been dangerous for a long time, but I just wasn't a part of it. Having a child puts you in it when they decide you want to sex traffic. I have a little bit of feelings, but I do like to stay numb. I need to stay numb in this situation because I can't be doing something. I can't be having no emotions in this situation. I'm not here to take care of no man and no other group of bitches. Not in the way they want me to. Every time I turn around, there's a man in a group of bitches needing my assistance for free. For free. I don't want to do nothing for free. Unless you're going to totally take money out of the equation and we just walk in the stores and get whatever we want to get. Go to the realtor and get whatever we want to get with no money. Unless the American dollar or whatever currency or currency is just totally taken away. But I'll talk to y'all later. I'm Miss Go, aka Kaj Taylor. Girl, I recorded the wackest song last night. My ass was fucking tired as hell. Just the mental exhaustion makes you physically fucking tired. But I had to work on that. But again, my name is Kaj Taylor, aka Miss Go. It's for the Get It Back in Blood podcast. I'll talk to y'all later after these messages.